Now then, welcome back to another episode of the Hypermine Vanilla 1.9 server series. How are you all doing today? I'm having a great time. I've had a busy weekend, been doing lots and lots of stuff, and I just wanted to show you a few little pieces very awesomely. Look at it. I love it. I really do love it. I don't think I've quite finished the floor, but I've quite finished with most of the decor. I really like it. There's the arching between the uprights. Check that out. That looks pretty awesome. With a few wood details, just the trapdoors. I'm loving trapdoors. Can't you tell? I'll bet you can't count how many trapdoors are involved in this. I tell you, that's a lot of trapdoors. It's a lot of trapdoors. But look, I'm going to stay in my F1 mode as well, so I don't show you all the things on my inventory. Look at that. I like it. I like the style, I like the design, and lots of you did too. Got plenty of likes and nice comments on my episode, so thank you very much, very much. Hopefully you can outdo the likes this episode. I do like to see that I'm meeting my 10% of views quota. 10% of my viewers like the episode. That's pretty good stat. I used to have 10% of my subscribers watched my videos. Now that was a really good stat. That was a much better stat. But now I just settle for 10% of my viewers like videos. That's good. Yeah, so I finished off all of this awnings, as it were. But I haven't changed the colour yet. It was suggested to do green. And I quite like the cactus green idea. There's plenty of cactus around. I've just got to dye a few sheep. I could do with having a sheep farm properly first with all the different colours of sheep so that I can use different wool types in all my builds around this area. That would be pretty awesome. If only there was an automatic sheep farm. Like automatic, not AFK, like proper automatic sheep farm. But anyway, let's have a look through here. So this building was what we basically finished off last time, and I was just working on these like gaps between, and even more trapdoors, look. Yay! I tried just fences up there, but I didn't quite like it. It was my original idea was to use fences up there, and then I tried the trapdoors on top of the fences, and I actually took the fences away and liked the trapdoors style on its own better. And then you got little finishing touches on the ends and stuff like that, so that's pretty awesome. And I just matched that, mirrored it on the other side, yeah. And then did the archways, which are fairly simple archways. There's two sides that are exactly the same, and the middle run is just slightly deeper. In fact, I've missed some half slabs on that one. Did I miss them on that one? Yeah, I've missed the half slabs on the inner side. Okay, I can fix that later. Put some half slabs on the inside edge. But that's okay. Yep. And then I figured, well, what is this building's like use, right? If you're in this building, if you're in this area, the Skelly farm is activated. If I'm in this area, which I'm going to be showing you this in a minute. If I'm in this area, inside these walls, I am in range of the Skelly farm. I've worked it all out, planned it all out, figured it all out by using coordinates and all that kind of stuff. When I'm here, I am 15 blocks away from the spawner, which is just down underneath, well, virtually underneath that water pool there, just down there. I think it's actually under this block here. Yes, this block here is where the spawner is underneath. So that's kind of the center point, and you go out to those walls in that kind of curved area there. That's why there's a curve, because I was checking it out. And if you do the same in this area, you're still standing over the spawner. So the spawner's still spawning, and it's now set up as an auto kill as well, which, oh man, that's awesome. It's not the best XP farm in the world, but it is nice just to be able to AFK here instead of going all the way back to spawn to use the gold farm. Yeah, okay, so what's the uses of this? Well, first start, the Skelly farm is a bone farm. To make bones, to make bone meal, to make things grow, so that I can sell things to the villagers and feed all the villagers. And I wanted a little nano farm, so I've got this nano farm design over here, which I'll show you in a minute. I've just shown you twice and not let you actually see it. So yeah, I installed these little mini farms. Also, because of the water coming down, I decided to irrigate. It made it look like the water was coming down for irrigation purposes. Somebody made it day. Oh, very good. I can't tell who's doing what because I'm still in my F1 mode. Scotty, thank you very much. Yeah, so we've got this little irrigation coming through to irrigate the four farms here. And then, of course, well, we got some bits in this and that and the other, and some trapdoors holding leaves back. And it just makes the place feel welcoming and used and awesome, and I really like it. So stick them likes on the episode if you like it too. It's a nice thing to walk through. It's a nice little courtyardy garden type thing with a practical farm-based use and stuff. I'm liking this walking around business. I have got to figure out the flooring. At the minute, I've got pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns from my pumpkin farm covered with carpet blocks. And I want to replace all of the torches that don't look right. Like, torches on the floor don't look right. Some of the torches on the walls, they look okay. I don't mind torches on the walls if they're kind of ornate. If they're ornate, like these ones are kind of ornate. Maybe I need to put some frames behind them, but they're still fairly ornate. Restart in 1 minute. Better hurry up. There's also the trick of putting things like this in the item frame to make it look cool as well. So I might do things like that around the place. But mostly I want to hide pumpkins under things. So I've got pumpkins in all the right places. Yeah, so when I get back, I will show you this in working order. The restart's about to happen, so I'll show you. It's all a very simple little redstone-y thing. It doesn't do much special. And I just followed a tutorial from the YouTubes. I've made a few of these, and each time I go to find a different tutorial and make a slightly different style one, there's always like a newer version based on the newer mechanics. And this one seems to be the current favourite. For me, at least, it looked like the current favourite for the amount of space I've got and all that kind of stuff. So I'll show you that after the restart. Okay, so it's a simple setup, right? As you might be able to see from in here, there is a water source just underneath this dispenser and a tilled soil block right next to it. Yeah. The dispensers each have a load of bone meal stuffed inside them from the farm, which is why I built it so close. I'm actually going to build one of these downstairs in the Skelly farm as well, because it's kind of an AFK, the same as I'm in the area of the Skelly farm, so I can AFK up here, or I can AFK down there. So I'm going to have one up here and one down there. But you've got a redstone signal coming in from the lever on the front there, which turns the clock on. And this is a comparator on subtract feeding into this block here, and the redstone signal feeding back into the comparator to make the clock. Easy. Then that redstone signal comes up, and over the back of this block and this block power the dispensers at the front, and this powers this dispenser at the back. So it just clicks through when you turn it on, and all of those just try and continuously click, 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 click. Really awesome, really simple. And it just fires off bone meal. Now, when there's nothing there to grow, bone meal doesn't actually get fired. So I could leave this on permanently, but it's just an annoying clicking sound. So we can turn it on and off. And do I have any seeds on me? No, I don't have any seeds on me. Let's go with something different. Let's get a little supply of carrots. Let's do some carrots. I'm going to take, I'll just take 32 carrots. So you know I've got 32 carrots. Oh, doesn't it look beautiful? Doesn't it look colourful and beautiful in a sandstone-y build style? I like it. I like it. I hope you've already liked the episode. Thank you very much. Yeah, so here we go. Here we go. Right, so I right-click and just hold right-click. And as you can see, I'm planting. It's bone mealing. But because I'm also eating, apparently. But because it is in the dark, because this half slab above me makes this block dark, the lighting updates the vegetable, making it so that it can't be there, it can't grow. Sometimes I have to get the right, there we go, sparkles. So it makes it so it can't grow. So it quickly gets bone mealed 3 times, grows into a full carrot, and then pops out and back into my inventory for me to do it again. So really nice, simple, easy farm, but very, very noisy. That's why we've got an on-off switch. Yeah, and it doesn't get through bone meal too fast. Only, I think it's like every seed gets 3 bone meal, and then it's full again. So we use 3 bone meal per produce. And for some of these things, like carrots, you get 4 or 5 carrots, maybe 1 carrot, maybe 3 carrots, maybe 4 carrots per growth, as it were. So that's pretty good. Whereas with these, you generally only get 1 of each, don't you? You only really get 1 of each. Sometimes you get more wheat, though, don't you? Yeah, something like that. But anyway, yeah, that's that. So I've got that sorted. The other thing I want to show you before I get some work done is how I'm doing the AFKing of the farm for my mending. Now it's only a slow farm, but it's the maximum speed of a Skelly farm at the moment. Let's turn that off. Maximum speed of the Skelly spawner that I can possibly get. Everything is optimized to make it as fast as possible. As far as I'm concerned, everything's maxed out. It should just keep spawning skeletons as fast as it possibly can, and then it moves them around, doesn't it, and drops them over here. Now I got Nemdog over here. Nemdog does not like skeletons, do you, Nemdog? You don't like skeletons. You do not like them, do you? No, 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 you don't. No, no, no. And he sits up here until I activate him. And when I activate him, he starts chewing skeletons' feet. And I stand here with my tools, and yeah, I get XP. If I can get some skeletons to come up and over, it would be really good now. It takes a little while for them to make all the travelling and around and about. So keep going, keep spawning, keep spawning. Also, I forgot to put a half slab on top of the spawner. I forgot the half slab on top, so I've had a few times where I've just had skeletons sitting on the top. I've had to go ping ping and ping them off the top. Easy enough done there. Alright, so now, Nemdog, eat skeletons. Give me the XP. Thank you. So now these will just repair. Very simply. I can get the lucky pick. I'm standing within the range of the spawner. So he kills the skeletons. Unfortunately, he also goes hunting the skeletons that are freshly spawned. So when there's no skellies here, he will see the skellies spawn over there, and he'll go and try and track them. And then he'll watch in that corner for a little while, waiting for them to go up the thing. He goes all the way up, and when they come over the top, he kind of loses interest in those ones over there and goes, oh, there's some over here again. And he'll come back over here. Sometimes I just go up these steps and come back over here, and it kind of makes him want to teleport to me because I'm too far away. So he comes to find me. So he goes like that, like, and then he will carry on munching on the skellies while I'm just getting the XP for my tools. So if my tools are really damaged, I'll probably go to the gold farm. But if I don't really have time to go to the gold farm and I'm bone farming at the same time, I can just stand here with a tool and AFK while the dog does all the experience grinding for me. All the bones and all the drops go down into the hoppers below, like I've shown you already. And then they all go under the floor and out to this section here, where they all end up in here, which is pretty awesome, isn't it? And then I'm just manually moving them around at the minute, but I need to sort this out. I need to make some kind of redstone-y thing over here. And I've done a few of them before on previous series, and I always forget how I've done redstone. So I'm going to have another look at some of the mini circuits and things like that, the hoppers and droppers and dispensers and all that kind of stuff, to figure out what I'm going to do with it in this area. And I also wanted a nano farm down here, so that I could AFK at the nano farm while he kills all the skeletons and all the bones get automatically distributed. I would also like to just get rid of everything that isn't bones. I've got infinity on my bow, so I don't need arrows. I don't need any of the armor types. I really only need the bones, so I'm going to have to figure out a way of making it so that only bones go through the system. And then I can just make the bones into bone meal and have a quick nano farm over here as well that I can use. But I'm going to figure all that out, and I'll be back with you very soon. Well, I spent quite some time doing it all up, doing all the redstone, and I kind of feel like I want to move this all back one, just so it's a bit of further in. But it's just, I think it's just the dirt. It's the dirt and that one block there that's putting me off. I think I need to change it a little bit. Maybe I'll take it up one. I don't know. Maybe I'll take it up one. Something like that anyway. But it works. It's in full working order, exactly the same as I showed you upstairs. This is kind of going to be a show and tell episode, it feels, because, well, it takes me ages to do stuff on camera when it comes to redstone. Because my initial idea... Oh, you kill those. While I'm talking to the viewers, you kill them, thank you. My initial ideas always end up going, actually, I can't do it that way anymore. That thing that I did once upon a time doesn't work anymore. I'm going to have to figure out a new one. And then I'll try and figure out for myself for an hour. And then I'll end up with a big spaghetti redstone incident. And I'll take it all down and start looking again. Well, this time I've taken a few different simple concepts from a few different places. And I've put them all together to do what I want. And I've probably been through 6 or 7 different designs for each component part until I got one that fitted in the space that I actually wanted it to fit in. So, we've got a hopper chain coming from the Skelly farm itself. So, all the skeleton bones and everything come along this way through these item hoppers and along the chain. Instead of going all the way to the other end where there's a chest, now it stops here. But the first drop-off point here will try and take out bones. So this little design for a sorting system I've just recently found. I used to use a similar one, but I think it was only one redstone coming down and then a second redstone down there, and it was used to you'd stack them sideways on and have several things sorted out from your thing. But I only needed it once, so I just did it quickly like this, and I believe that the second redstone just helps give us a bit more space here, so that I could get the redstone torch on it here, get the repeater in there, and so on. I think I could possibly have made it... No, I couldn't make it more compact. I've tried a few other ways. That's the best I can do there. So what happens here is, when more than 41 bones get put into the item hopper, as in one comes along the top, falls in here, because hoppers always try and go down first before they go across. So bones will try and come down into this item hopper. These are named iron ingots called blocker. So even if another iron ingot entered the system, it wouldn't be able to fall through into this item hopper because these are called blockers. So the 42nd bone will go into there. That will trigger this comparator to put out a signal powerful enough to light this piece of redstone here. At the minute it's only lighted the first two. 42 plus the 4, 46 will power this here. Right? And then that will take the power that way, and that will turn off this torch, which will unlock this hopper down here. And if this hopper's unlocked, then items can flow down through into it. And I believe it's actually powering this block here as well, so this is blocking this hopper. So this hopper's blocked, and that's the hopper I'm actually accessing from there. Let's go with that hopper. Yeah, those two hoppers are blocked because of the redstone signal. Soon as there's enough in here, then it'll unlock the hoppers by turning off the redstone signal, and bones will start travelling through. As soon as it drops back down to 45 items, it will turn on the redstone torch and block off the hoppers again. So only the bones can ever go through that hopper chain. And then that goes round and all the way down here to something we'll show you in a bit. Onto this, everything that isn't bones is going across here and down into a dropper. And the dropper has basically just got a little clock system here. Very simple clock system. A comparator on subtract going into a repeater, which goes into a block. The block has a redstone next to it, which goes into another comparator and sends a signal out into this comparator. So it becomes a subtract mode, so that everything just tick, tick, ticks. As soon as there's one item in there, it just keeps ticking until there's no items in there. And then this redstone torch is also turned off, which turns this power off, which turns this block off, which turns this torch on, and that releases a trigger on the dropper to click and fire the goodies out into the lava and out of my sight forever. The bones carry on their journey and come over to here into this dropper, and this dropper chain just goes straight up, and the dropper chain itself goes straight up into a hopper at the top there, and at the top there the hopper will come down, and the hoppers will try and come down and go into the chests, and that are these chests here. Hey Wolfie, why are you not killing these things? Kill them. I want to show things happening. Come on, do it. I know I'm getting out of range a little bit, but you carry on eating their bones. Chomp them, sick them. Go on. So yeah, the hopper train goes there, but getting the items up the droppers requires another one of those little redstone circuits. So the same thing again, the little clock, hi. Really? Hi. Go get the skellies, would you? What am I paying you for? Comparator, into repeater, into block, into redstone signal, into more comparator. That's on subtract mode, so this comparator and that comparator talk to each other and go, there's more stuff in there than there is out here. So we'll keep doing that until there's nothing in there and they match. Then this redstone torch is turned on and off every time signal goes through, which goes into this repeater, which goes into this block, which goes into this torch, and the whole torch chain makes sure that all of the droppers signal and fire all the way up. This type always keeps one item in a dropper forever, basically. So when one item comes in the bottom here, everything moves up one. But that's fine for this kind of thing, this kind of farm. So I'm all good with that. And then the bones just come and filter into the bottom chest here and just keep building up. These two chests should remain fairly empty. Of course, that one's got the leftover bone meal from when I put all the bone meal in the farm. But the bones should just come up and fill these three chests. So I've got 3 double chests of buffer space. And a lot of skeletons to fill it. So come on, boy. Come on back up here. Where are you? Where are you? Come on. Okay, fine. Get. Come on. Come on. Where's he gone? Teleport to me. Come on, boy. Where are you going? He's gone. He's disappeared. Them dogs deserted me. Oh. And so, yeah, we've run out of time for this episode. Yeah, and all I've been doing is showing you what I've done. I didn't want to put you through doing the redstone. It took me about 4 hours to do that little bit of redstone that I've shown you, because I had to go over different designs and figure out what I wanted in the space. So we'll queue this up for the next episode and kind of call it the granary or something. I'm planning a curved build, as you can tell here, within this plot, so I'll garden it up a little bit around here, maybe veg plots and stuff. I've got plenty still to do, plenty to think about, and my villagers, well, they're all in the saunas at the minute. They're in the jacuzzi baths, having a lovely villager bath, and they all tend to live in this only house in the village. It is the only house in the village, and they love it very much. They like to be inside this house, and they all end up in there. It's very fun, and we've got 2 iron golems. I don't know where Grey Worm's gone. Grey Worm's not showing up anymore. Hey, you've turned up again. Grey Worm's not showed up again. So maybe Grey Worm got killed by stuff while he was fighting to defend the villagers. I don't think I've lost any villagers. I'm not having any zombie attacks or anything like that, so I'm not too fussed. He can carry on. Now, dog, Nemdog, follow me. We're going to go back down there and we're going to kill all those skeletons. You keep coming after me. Come on, follow me. And I will say goodbye to my viewers. Thank you all very, very much for watching. I will do the little turn around and show you all of them skellies. So thank you very, very much for watching another episode on the Hypermine Vanilla 1.9 server. From me and Nemdog, I wish you the best and goodbye.